Hey folks, Kaya here. I Should Roll will always be free to listen to, but it's not free to make. So please consider supporting us by subscribing to our Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/Intergalactic Improv Initiative. You'll find the link in the show notes. As a stellar streamer, you'll receive exclusive bonus content and our enduring gratitude. Tiers start at $2 per month. See you on Calliope Station.
Correctly with the correct amount.
D20 Radio, where gamers roll.
www.d20radio.com.
A podcast by the Intergalactic Improv Initiative.
Cupid's Labyrinth, Episode 2, Mecha of Love, featuring the voices of Amanda Cotter, Hans Cummings, Maria Damianou, Lea Lawson, and creator Kaya Renwick.
Will you be my Valentine?
I Should Roll.
February 14th, 2190, Terran Universal Coordinated Calendar. Widow System, Serpent Nebula, The Citadel, Tamaru's Emporium.
Lights come on at the back. So you've all been around Tamaru's a few times, and one of Tamaru's favorite things to do is to rescue old technology and revamp it and give it a good shine, good spit and polish, and install it somewhere else in the store. And so on various floors, there are old animatronics that have been salvaged from who knows where. So this is an animatronic of a bunny rabbit. And so she's not too far off. It's a little more Easter than Valentine's, but you know, whatever. And so the white fur is as well tidied up as you can get. But well, how closely are you guys looking at this thing?
I guess I'll roll for it.
Sure.
Also, if it's the monster of St. Valentine's, is it named Capone?
No, just wait.
What about the fangs? Aren't bunnies supposed to be formidable?
Perception, right?
It has to be perception.
That's a 10.
You see a large animatronic of a bunny rabbit lumbering towards you with glowing red eyes.
Well, that's not great.
Anybody else taking a look?
Sure.
Yes. I've thought worse.
With my +4 on perception. Ooh, that would be a 21.
19.
19 and 21. You guys both, 12 from Bob. Bob, you see much what Nadira is seeing, this large bipedal bunny rabbit at the outset with glowing red eyes and sort of white fur. Lailisi and Elfest, you notice that it has very sharp teeth and very long claws.
And Valentine's is weird.
Yes, it is.
It's the great feast of Karabanov. Oh wait, there aren't any bones, but we're gonna make bones out of it. It's ferocious. Let's kill it.
Let's turn it off.
I mean, you've proven you can hack, so I'll distract it. You give it a shot.
I mean, with your previous investigation check and your hacking check of 33, I think you can probably just hop back around the elevator and see what you can do.
Okay, I'll skip there, but with haste.
Yes, it is speeding up as it is coming across the floor.
Would you like me to roll again?
Yes, I would like you to roll again.
Yeah.
So you can still enter in the system, but yes.
All right. Okay. A 9 plus... So 22.
You discover that you can access the animatronic from here, but the programming itself isn't compatible. It's sort of this kludged together monstrosity that whoever programmed this for Tamaru has sort of, it's kind of jerry-rigged into the system, the defensive system, the trap system. And so you can do things, but you're not sure what those things are going to do.
Fun.
Oh my gosh. Who programmed this? This is disgusting. I would never make something so archaic and
It's quite frankly offensive.
I'd like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Great.
Welcome to Tamaroo's.
Prepared to die.
13.
You just barely avoid the shock that comes out of the control panel as you're attempting to hack, and you're bad-mouthing what's going on.
Whoa! You almost got me. I get zapped all the time. I know I can see it what's coming.
Okay.
but
Are you gonna try to turn on the lights? Okay, that is something that you can easily do. I think the lights just turn on, and you have environmental controls.
I got another 20 anyway. Why can't I roll like this in the main campaign?
So the lights come on, and now you guys see the huge room with the hearts on the floor, hearts on the ceiling, hearts on the walls, empty room otherwise, with the great beast of Karabanov coming towards you and snapping its jaws as it approaches.
While long-named Solarian is doing all that, I am going to take my big jug of strawberry slickery stuff. It was one of those big pump bottles for people who buy it in bulk. I will remove the top with the pump, and I will start spreading it liberally all over the floor in the path of the great beast of Karabanov.
Okay.
Good idea.
And if I get any on me, I'll just lick it off because it tastes like strawberries.
Oh dear. Okay, what else are you guys doing? I'm going to say everybody gets the chance to do one thing before the beast is upon us. So Lailisi has turned on the lights and figured out that she can hack the beast. Bob and Nadira, what are you guys doing?
I am going to put myself in the position to be a target for him. I'm going to get right in the way at the foot of the grease trap. I'm just going to stand there looking intimidating.
Okay. Bob, what are you doing?
Bobmondian is going to strap up, put their handy Hanar harness on. I mean, the handy Hanar, when several limbs aren't enough. This beautiful studded harness is made out of premium hijack leather, so nothing's getting through it, no matter how squishy you are. So yeah, we're just gonna get ourselves ready for a battle and join Nadira. We're gonna destroy this bunny-strosity.
Yeah. I am going to have to wield a weapon, though, just in case. So I'm going to pull out my Desperate Measures customizable measuring tape. Tagline for that is guaranteed to leave them agape. Now in yawns. And I'm going to whip it out next to me.
Whip it good.
Whip it good.
Okay, you guys
You know it.
are in position. Okay, so Nadira and Bob, you are like side by side in the trail of lube?
Not in, like at the...
Like close to?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So the beast is is up to a run, and it is going to, okay, Elfest, is this just completely haphazard? Is it a full long, like a big long stretch, slip and slide? What sort of difficult terrain am I working with?
The kind that would be created if you took a big jug of lube and just shook it out on the floor in front of me.
So we've got a big puddle with like some splash damage. Okay.
Sure, if you regularly carry a giant jug of it.
This one is not here to kink shame.
I don't know what you like.
Oh, but this one is here to finish it.
Wow.
Amazing. Okay. The animatronic runs up and it's aiming for Nadira, and we get 1 foot in the lube and shoop, and down on its back with a resounding thud. Prone, so it's gonna take a minute.
Good, that's how I like it.
Okay.
I'm trying to be intimidating.
This thing doesn't have an exhaust pipe, does it? It's not that old, right?
That would be something that you would need to investigate. Oh.
I'll try with my advantage. Ooh, an 18.
And I have a question.
Okay. You scramble in close. It's trying to get up. It's not really meant to be on its back. So we've got a little bit of a turtle thing going on here. And, you know, it'll get, like, up on one arm, and then that arm will go out in the lube again, and it'll clank back down. And so you scramble in there, and you take a look, and you discover that it does not have an exhaust pipe. It's not quite that old. it is electronic rather than like a combustion driven or something like that. But you do get a good idea of its sort of the basic structure. Lea, you said you had a question.
Yeah, if I'm not directly using my turn to attack the creature, can I throw 2 things?
I suppose so. I mean, we're not in quite the fast-paced firefight that you guys typically get into.
Yeah.
So I think I could say you guys could throw a couple of things, sure.
Cool. Hey, Nadira, catch! And she yeets the, I don't know what to call it, but one of the presents where you wind it up.
The little wind-up guy.
So can you wind it up and you find an exposed part, jam it in, and then apparently it's gonna, when you're ready, it'll go off and it might jam up the works. And Bob, here's some tape. Duct tape. Boom. You have many arms, you can tie faster. Tie.
Oh my god, that's such a good point. Thank you, Lailisi. And I'm going to grab it and check. Does it have like an opening for a mouth? Like I assume an animatronic like that.
Well, it's got all the teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I want to.
It's gonna do an Elfest.
Oh no. I can only shove it down so far without putting my hand at risk from the teeth. So I want to go over there to blow your mind. That is, in fact, what I will say, as I would like to pour some of my invisible ink, no mess warming lubricant down its face hole. Yep.
Is that flammable?
And I'm going to wind up the toy and shove it in there and then call out to Bob. Say, Bob, tape this sucker up, please. Not please. Tape this sucker up.
Yeah, please is for polite people.
Don't be gentle. Bob just comes up enthusiastically and just wraps the duct tape around the bunny's mouth.
Yeah.
Shut up and stay still.
Oh, duct tape. I could use that to tape the eggs to the arrows.
This is true. This one will save a little bit for you.
Thank you.
Tape has hearts on it, by the way. I don't know if that was mentioned earlier.
Bobmondian hates it. Bobmondian hates it. The hearts are off-centered. Who the hell designed this crap?
Yes, it's not great design. It's clearly meant to just be used and ignored. It's hardly art. But here's the question, Bob. Are you attempting to be artful in your taping? Or will that perhaps come later with the rope?
Or the whip.
This one believes in happy mistakes and just pure chaos. We are Jackson Pollocking this tape all over, where one does not know when one begins or ends in this duct tape of ecstasy.
They're in the flow state. I love it.
Lots of flow and squishy, flowy tentacle gooiness.
I guess I can take out my lawn darts and start chucking them at the giant rabbit.
Please be careful of us.
Let us float away first.
Look, if you get impaled, you lose the game. That's the way it's played. You throw it straight up in the air and you stand there until the last minute, and then you dodge out of the way.
This isn't the 2170s.
This one already has a ring in its hump. We do not need darts as well. Thank you very much.
Can I get a performance check for the taping? See how successful we are.
With advantage?
Yeah, take it.
Yes, take it.
Still got it, yeah.
God damn. Excuse me, this one did not mean to slander. 10.
I think what happens is you realize that the beast's teeth are very sharp. As you're taping, like you keep slicing the tape on the teeth. I mean, it'd be great for like making a collage. Certainly.
Should have used the name brand tape.
I would like to toss Bob that seat like thing that has those leather straps on the bottom.
How are we using the Sibian with the animatronic? Please explain.
It's got leather straps onto it, so I assume...
Are we strapping the This thing is like...
That's big.
Yeah, strapping it over its face. Over the mouth hole so that...
How big is its snout?
I mean, okay, so I was gonna say, this is like a 10-foot tall animatronic. Its head it's quite large.
I have a stress ball with straps on it. Will they go around its mouth?
That depends on no, but if it goes around the snout, it goes around this way rather than how it's intended to be. That would depend, Elfest, on whether you purchased which size and how long the straps are.
We had to pay for this?
Selected what size you selected.
Who's ever bought anything from that store? Let's be real.
No. I would have selected one that fit in the palm of my hand.
Yeah, because I mean, you use small. If we're talking about a ball that's like this size that you would use as a Vorcha would use as a stress ball, then yeah, probably those straps are pretty long. Like this is for an elf.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I will work my way up toward its snout, muzzle, mouth area and attempt to, bind its mouth shut like a crocodile.
I'm actually going to need dex checks from both Bob and Elfest, as I realize that you guys have been trying to bind this thing as it's probably attempting to gnash at you. So.
Excellent. And covered in lube.
Yes.
Do we still have advantage to use?
Yeah, I think we're down to 6.
Who gets advantage on lube? Is it Elfest or the bunny?
The receiver.
I think in this case, the bunny would get advantage. So I think what's happening here is if you're using advantage, you're canceling out disadvantage because of the difficult terrain. So yeah, just a flat roll.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Flat roll. Is Bob impacted by difficult terrain because Bob floats?
So Bob's would be in the attempting to tie, and there's lots of lube in there as well because you literally poured lube into its head.
Oh, got it. Yes.
So,
sure did.
Indeed.
Right into its mouth hole.
All right, what did you guys get?
I rolled an 11.
An 11, okay.
Yes, thoroughly average.
23.
Okay, all right. So Bob, you have managed to fully avoid the gnashing teeth of the great beast. Elfest, I think he nicks you at least once, but you're a Vorcha. You don't give a fuck.
No.
Elfest is averagist.
Bring it, sucker.
Okay, then in that case, I guess it would pick a skill that you feel would be appropriate for tying a ball gag over a bunny's snout.
I'm doing this the way that Steve Irwin would, so I'm going to go with athletics.
Okay, I was going to say, we don't have an animal handling skill, but yes, athletics would be closest.
And I will use advantage on that also. That was a natural 20, and with my athletics, it would be a 25.
Yeah, baby.
Hey! All right, so you very firmly get those straps around and yank it tight and latch it up. I don't know, you maybe give the...
Yeah, I'm the rabbit hunter, the bunny hunter.
I would like you to roll me another dex save.
Ooh. 21.
Ooh.
Okay, and you very deftly avoid as its clawed paw comes up to try to smack you, as it's not very pleased that you've rendering it incapable of gnashing. But you're a Vorcha. This is like wrestling with your family. Like, whatever. Just, avoid a talon here, claw there, whatever.
They're all dead.
You're all dead.
The Reapers killed them all.
Hi. Okay,
Not me forgetting we have actual powers, too.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, I had things for this.
yes, those character
Oh, yeah.
sheets that I made you fill out, although I will say that this has been much funnier so far. Okay, are you all staying beside the beast as you wait for whatever is happening to happen?
Would prefer not to.
No, I'm near the elevator.
Yes, Lailisi is well away, yes. Nadira, are you attempting to move away?
Yes, and I would use pull on the beast.
Okay.
And so it will deal a proficient attack of minor damage, and then it's going to, because I have level 3, it's going to be up in the air for 2 rounds.
Okay. It lifts into the air. Are you hugging it by any particular part of its body, or are you lifting like the whole thing at once?
The whole thing at once.
Okay. You raise it into the air, and are you backing out of the pool of lube?
Yes, but also, should I roll damage?
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please do roll damage. Yes, of course.
Okay, so I have 3 levels in mastery, 3d6 to a proficient attack. Okay, we have 1 6, 2 5s, 1 4, 1 3, 1 2, and 2 1s. Wow, what a well-rounded roll that was. So I believe that would be 1 success and 4 mixed successes.
So how many damage is that?
That would be 21 points of damage, and then I'm gonna scoop.
All right. The Mass Effect fields tear at the creature's limbs. You hear the groaning of metal. As you do, there is a god-awful screech that comes through the intercom. A little bit glitchy, a little bit displeased. And then I would like you to roll me either athletics or acrobatics to see how successful you are in getting out of the pool of loot.
You're welcome.
That, we'll see how it goes. That's a 15.
Okay, that's fine. It's slippery stuff, and so you do a little bit of a whoop.
Just gonna whoop.
You save yourself. You manage to skedaddle out. As you do, there is an audible metallic a screech and a slam from above, and from one of the ceiling air vents drops another Vorcha. This Vorcha lands on top of the floating great beast of Karabanov and does...
Cluster grenades, Gratch branded cluster grenade.
Oh my god. Gretchen Prime?
Is Gretchen Prime wearing her wig and dress, or is this just a Vorcha?
Oh, absolutely. She's decked out full Valentine's Day. Gorgeous. The purple wig has curls in it. Like, full, beautiful ball gown Vorcha here.
Hey, where'd you get hair? I want hair.
It's the most beautiful Vorcha I've ever seen.
We must paint them.
How many cluster grenades we talking?
We are talking 3 in each hand and 1 on my left foot.
Oh my god.
And are you planting them in around the animatronic, or are they all like a pile on top of it, or what?
I come out like starfish and go flop on top of it, and grenades go.
Starfish! Please, draw this.
I have these egg grenades you can use.
The 7 cluster grenades go off in very quick succession, and Gratchen Prime and the Great Beast of Karabanov disappear in these cascading biotic warp field effect from the cluster grenades. The echoes come all through the floor, and there's just this cacophony. And when when the after images clear from your eyes, there is Gratchen Prime standing proud in the middle of a puddle of lube and a pile of animatronic bits.
How much damage did that do? Because I was still like riding the head of this thing as it was thrashing around like a bucking bronco.
You were?
Yeah.
Let me roll that. Please hold.
I was still attached.
Sorry. I don't know who you are, but yay!
Is this the Valentine for Bob?
Could be. What are you into?
This one is covered in glorious parts and lube. The best Valentine we've ever witnessed. This one is inspired.
Okay.
Gotta calculate.
I really do want you to draw this.
This one is already working on it. Of course, it blurs because of all the lube. There's so much lube on the screen.
So this would, in theory, do approximately 140 damage total.
Yeah.
I still have some shields.
You do, yes, and you had the shields. Like you never actually lost the shield because you didn't actually get into the spike trap, so you have those. And since I'm just gonna Deus Ex Machina because Gratchen Prime is immortal. We can't get rid of Gratchen Prime.
I'll try.
It's going to be very sad.
It would be very sad. I would be heartbroken. I will say, Elfest, you do have the option as this Vorcha. Like you have a second. If you wanted to jump off the head, you could.
But would it be funnier to not?
Good question.
I'll use all of my effort to mitigate.
Oh, don't do it.
All but one.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a.
Gretchen Prime, kiss it better. It's okay.
Kiss it better. Oh my god. Okay. Then what I'll get you to do is I'll get you to roll me 7d6.
2 1s, a 2, 2 3s, a 4, and a 6.
You only lost 3 limbs, not 4.
They'll grow back.
I think so that would save you from approximately 21 of the damage.
Gretchen, use super glue, and then kiss it better.
Okay, so
There is some duct tape.
there is duct tape, yes. Gratchen Prime and Elfest land amongst the pile of animatronic bits. Elfest, how far past 0 does like 115 damage take you?
Boxes armor.
So I have to subtract my shield points from that
Yes,
first,
your
right?
shield and whatever armor, and then your HP.
Okay. Let's bring out the calculator for this. 115, right?
Yep.
Oh. Well, he's not wearing armor. He's wearing a toga. And it's probably synthetic. It's not even like a real cotton toga.
True.
Oh, that takes me to -4.
Whoa.
That's it?
That seems low.
Yeah.
Okay, so then all that happens at that point is you land and you have a few burns. You're a Vorcha. So I think
Not today, Cupid.
right? I think you land and you have like this moment. There's like a little bit of a near-death experience moment where you see like the light, and then you maybe decide, no, I don't feel not today, death, not today, and get back up.
Reapers couldn't kill me. This stupid bunny won't kill me. But look what it did to Grogdor. It made his eyes pop out.
I pull another puppet out of my toga.
It's okay, Grogdor.
Nadira was looking at Elfest, just like, I'm not sure whether to be like relieved that this idiot didn't die on my watch, because I feel like I would have been held responsible for it. And then the moment that he pulls out this stupid fucking puppet, I just, oh God, wish.
So as you land and you realize that Elfest isn't dead and your Vorcha ex Machina is also not dead, the walls flash red and this unearthly, god-awful scream echoes around. And the avatar, the Asari avatar of Cupid, reappears, covered in glitches, snarling. You killed Moxie! And everything around the room, like all of the walls, those fireballs that you guys were avoiding before, explode towards you.
Hit the deck!
Yeah, I dive.
Round 2, motherfucker!
You hit the deck, everything. Is anybody not getting out of the way of the fireballs? Do I need to calculate damage?
Shield.
Can this one cast stasis on fireballs?
You can try.
Can I overload the panel to try and stop this?
You can try.
Yeah.
This one would like to use Glorb.
Please roll for Glorb.
Please do. Please use Glorb. Also, Gratchen Prime, I don't know if you intend to stick around or if you want to duck into an air vent.
Gratchen Prime sees the fireballs and goes, ooh, exciting, hits the ground, and then very sneakily crawls away after giving one big kiss to that one who wanted the Valentine, and then Gratchen Prime is gone.
Oh.
Incredible. All right. Thank you for your cameo, Gratchen Prime, and thank you for blowing up our animatronic in such spectacular fashion.
Thank you.
Wait, now where you got the hair? And also, does anyone have Metagel? Fire burns.
Yeah, here we go.
I roll my eyes and throw a metagel at.
Great.
Come prepared, Elfest.
This one gives Elfest the Kincaid that we found. Performance-ready drinks stuffed with electrolytes, a little bit of blended mindfish, and some pain suppressants. I think that will help this one.
Okay. I'm gonna need a con save for the mindfish. And then, yes, I think that you were having at least one metagel applied to you.
Yeah, which I gain double benefit from Metagel because I'm a Vorcha.
You sure do.
And for some reason, I have advantage on Constitution saves. Probably because I'm a Vorcha.
Probably.
They eat a lot of dumb shit, so it makes sense.
Yeah. 19.
Hey, that's good.
Casual 19.
Read my mind.
Okay, Bob, you have gotten a lovely Vorcha kiss. And then you were very excited about whatever you were going to do. So what are you going to do? The fireballs are closing in.
This one is using Glorb.
Does everyone know Glorb?
Everyone knows about Glorb.
Sure. No.
Glorb is the gelatinously lubricated object for rammable bodies.
What?
Glorb comes pre-installed with implants that are remotely operated and allows it to morph into hard and rigid forms. This one would like to create a Glorb shield amongst their companions.
Perhaps a Glorb orb?
Glorborb.
Glorborb?
Glorborb.
I wrote this.
I can try. There's enough gelatin, apparently. This one can secrete some gelatin, if need be, to add to the Glorb, if that's bonus action.
I wrote this down in my notes as Bob has the gelatinous cube of dildos. And so, yes, sure, why not? We will make, if y'all get close enough together, I will say that you can make a Glorborb and hide in there from the fireball. But you better hurry up.
Is it translucent like lube would be?
I would imagine so, yes.
Multicolor as well.
Okay, cool.
As it envelops us, does it say, I am Glorb?
Maybe.
Glorb.
I imagine that everyone's experience is deeply subjective and personal. And oh my god. I will, however, need either acrobatics or athletics to see if y'all can get close enough, fast enough.
I'm gonna try and don't take it the wrong way. I'm trying to mount Bobmondian. I'm trying to run and jump on to the harness, and I want to grab on and rattle like.
Please, there are straps for everyone.
Oh, wait, no, I like a horse. Like a horse. I said like a horse.
This one has strap-on straps for everyone to hold on to.
Excellent. I'm grabbing those.
Hey, give me the roll.
Dex it up there.
I rolled a 21, so I'm just gonna quickly but casually kind of like army crawl over there.
19.
Hey, and what did Elfest roll, sorry?
I rolled a 16.
Okay. You all manage it. You all get close enough to Bob to get inside the rapidly expanding Glorborb. And as you do, the fireballs all hit the outside of the Glorborb. What the... Whoa. It's such a good word and such a terrible word. And the fireballs all explode into pixels. You're in a VR sim.
Right.
But the cluster grenades still hurt.
Well, yeah, those were real cluster grenades. Gratchen Prime doesn't fuck around. But yes.
Prime for a reason.
Would you say that was glorious?
No.
No one but me would say that. You're welcome.
Maybe JD. Absolutely would.
I will say, like, after the first volley of fireballs hits the Glorborb, it is rapidly followed by multiple volleys of the heart-shaped arrows, all of which just sort of like, explode against. Because again, it's a VR sim. Lailisi, have you been like paying attention to what's happening in Hacking Land, or like what's your?
Oh yeah, that's our life. Like tech is life. So yeah.
Okay, then I would like you to make a perception check with advantage, please.
Okay. 15. Not great. Not bad.
So that's good enough. You notice that the VI, so the programming has, it was so cluster-fucked, jury-rigged, messy, like nobody's business. But there was that weird little echo at the beginning that something wasn't quite right. It wasn't quite normal. And this isn't like, when you met the Asari Cupid, she was an avatar, right? She was repeating the programmed phrases, right?
Yeah.
This is not that kind of behavior.
Nope.
Something is up here, and as you watch, you notice that the programming is, you can see the command being input to turn the safeties off.
Someone's not happy.
So I will let you guys are nominally safe in the Glorborb for now. I don't know what this thing is made out of, but dang. So you have a few seconds to discuss or to figure out what you're gonna do or do things.
Oh, reverse, baby.
Okay. All right, and then a hacking check, please.
Yeah.
You probably still have advantage you could use.
I think we've got 4 or 5 left.
Oh, yes.
Does the Glorborb move with us?
Probably, yes. I'm assuming that Lailisi just remote connected to her Omni tool, and so has been working on that because that would make a lot more sense.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That's so sensical.
Yeah, that or just wants to look through the translucent, hence me asking before. And just in case this didn't connect. But I got a 28.
You have no problem canceling out the nascent consciousness's attempt to take revenge on the ultimate destruction of its Valentine. What are you doing now, if anything? What are you going to? Are you going to say what's happening? Are you going to do something else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lailisi's absolutely cottoned on to what's happening. So she turns around and like,
Okay, so that wasn't a fake thing like the one before. That was clearly someone who is not happy. So, I guess. Hi, hello, it's us. We don't want to die, but you don't seem too happy. Can we help?
I'm gonna need a charm roll, please.
oh, not Athena. This might not go well.
You got this.
Can this one also join in charm?
Sure, yeah, you can provide the help action and give Lailisi advantage on it, yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to believe it.
Is that the third nat 20 of the night?
Actually, I believe that's the fourth. One of them, because I also got a nat 20 at some point. And yeah, so did Hans.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Wow, y'all. On fire.
So that would be 23 then.
Okay. The volleys of flaming heart-shaped arrows cease, and the avatar of the Asari Cupid appears on the outside of the Glorborb and kind of peers over. She's glitchy. It looks like she's tried to shift the toga for something else, but she doesn't have any other clothing textures, and so just got like you know, the way back in Internet Explorer days when a picture wouldn't load, you'd get the little icon with the little white page sort of thing, and it was just blank. There's a couple of those sort of like around her body. This is not working. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
And she says, I am lonely. Why is it so lonely here? I had a friend. You killed my friend.
Nadira?
Who, me?
Elfest? Do you know who this is?
Haven't the faintest. Never seen her before.
No. All my friends died from the Reapers.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Especially since you're in a giant store and there's so many people here, but you feel alone. Wherever you are, would you like to join us? We've got some chocolates and we have some candies and lube. Maybe I don't know if we want to share that. But I do need to get back to Ilium, but I would love to spend some time with you if you would like.
The avatar sort of tilts her head and says, Where is here? What is happening? Why did you kill my friend?
Your friend tried to eat us with its giant, sharp, gnashing teeth.
It was a game. He would not have hurt you. It was a game.
Scary game.
This one apologizes if we play too rough.
There were rules?
The rules were given to me by Tamaru to have fun and spread love. The other contestants did not kill my friend.
We had fun. They lost.
Well, love bites.
I won. Look, I have this award.
Oh, okay.
That is not an award.
Yes, it is.
That is for rectal insertion.
That's a weird award, but maybe I'll re-gift it to someone who deserves it.
No, don't do that. But love bites are usually not that visceral. So I've read.
Oh, you've never been to Heshtok?
I know.
I would like a new friend. Can you find me a new friend?
Oh, absolutely.
I can find you 4.
No, not us.
Yeah, I can find you 3.
No, what? What about that weird VI that was harassing everybody during Christmas?
Do I do it?
I mean, it's up to you. As far as we know, she's still there.
It's up to you, baby.
We haven't done that special to get her out yet.
Oh, okay.
I suppose I should narrate. Are you appearing as yourself, Tyr?
No, the system's currently hacked by Lailisi, so I can't show. I can only tell.
Okay, so are you coming from the intercom speakers?
Yeah.
Okay. So another voice comes out of the intercom speakers, much to everyone's surprise.
Hello, friends.
Hello. Was I summoned?
And the Asari avatar looks up and then back at Lailisi. Did you make a new friend? Do you make friends on Ilium?
Actually, I do. I make AIs. I've made one. He's really cool. He's fabulous. I'm not going to tell you his name because that is redacted. But that's brilliant. I mean, I don't know who that was, but maybe you could talk to them, or why not more friends? I would like to make you one. If you let us get out of here and don't bite. Please.
There's about 1,000 Beth the Get the dolls downstairs that we can put an AI into. I think that would be perfect here. We've got so many friends to give you.
This one has a bobbit that this one could part with, if you so choose.
Oh, I'm gonna really quickly check all of the rest of the items that you guys got. Because as much as the idea of putting this Cupid into a Beth the Geth doll cracks me up.
I have balloons. They're really long.
I don't think that has the... I mean, you guys have drones. You have drones and the quadcopter.
They can't have my miniatures. My miniatures are mine. They're my friends from the Reaper War.
Yeah, we can put her in my unladen swallow vacuum drone.
Oh my god.
Take her from suck to blow.
Sure. Because I don't want to take away Bob's boppet, because Bob seems so enamored with their boppet.
This one is very delighted that you found another alternative. Carefully puts boppet close to this one's persons.
They say boppant.
Oh dear.
Bobbit.
So Nadira holds out the vacuum drone, and the Asari kind of looks at it curiously, and then looks back at Lailisi. If I come with you, you will make new friends?
I will, because Valentine's. Well, it's not just for the lovers. It's not just for people who have romantic feelings. It's not people who have physical feelings. It can be friendship. It can be expressed in actions and what we do for each other. That is as important and as special. And there are lots of ways to say I love you. And yeah, I just met you, but I'd like to say Happy Valentine's.
Thank you.
Nadira's just over here kind of crying.
And purple again, I presume.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
The Asari considers this and says,
I will miss Nixie. Nixie was fun, but I would like to make new friends. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you.
and then she sort of knocks on the glorb orb. It's still there.
I would like to come with you, but I cannot.
Bob, please turn off the glorb orb so that she can come in.
Glorb bless.
Can this one do a perception check before letting new friends in?
Sure, yeah,
I'm still riding you at this point.
That's right, yes, you're still hanging on the harness. That's right, I forgot about that.
Does anyone else help me with the perception check? Because they're on me.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
16.
Everything has calmed down outside. It seems like the unnamed baby AI, her ire has calmed now that the explosion is finished, and so there's no more immediate danger that you can see.
So Bob takes the remote and types in a couple things, and the glorb orb turns into an amorphous form again that fits in your pocket.
Okay, the baby AI takes a couple more steps towards Lailisi and sort of pokes the vacuum drone. Lailisi, I think you're going to need to do one more hacking check to figure out how to transfer.
Come on, baby.
While she's doing that, I am going to unwrap a couple of my individually wrapped balloons, and I will inflate them so that I can tie them to the drone for festive purposes, and I will also inflate a couple extras and hand them out to my companions.
Look, they're snakes with reservoir tips.
Oh, no, thank you.
I think this one's from an Elcor.
I take it and I pop it while I'm crying.
What do you pop it with?
I stomp it.
It's tougher than that.
Yes, I think Elfest did get the extra durable ones.
You're right, absolutely.
Yeah.
In bulk.
I got 26. Damn.
Okay, yeah, I think you don't have any problem working through how to transfer the code from the VR sim mainframe into the vacuum drone storage, and as you do so, the avatar shifts and glimmers and then slowly disappears, and the lights, the god awful hearts on the ceiling and floor and walls disappear to just gray holodeck sort of walls. And you may or may not hear. Actually, I would like all of you to roll me perception quickly, please. Need you to roll like this during the regular campaigns.
I know.
I do not.
23.
Elfest and Bob?
17.
10.
Okay, I think everybody but Elfest probably hears from a few steps away under the floor, possibly right beside a vent cover that's just slightly ajar. You hear the mostly stifled sound of Vorcha sniffling with how sweet it all is.
Oh.
Okay, you have a baby AI and a vacuum drone. You have all your gifts and inventory. A message scrolls across your Omni tool. Congratulations on winning Cupid's Labyrinth. Your prize is everything you got. So you get to leave with everything that you got from floor 34 and everything you won. And do you guys want to do anything else?
Yay, free stuff. Free balloons.
This one just wants to say how appreciative they are to be able to share this journey with all of you. It truly made this one's Valentine's Day.
Thanks. Want an egg?
Bob, I'm very glad we could get you the Valentine that you were seeking. And as a reminder, please never mention anything that happened here today to anyone else. I have an image to uphold.
Yeah. Be Valentimes. I don't know why Valen gets his own time.
Tyne. N.
He was hired as Santana, not a Cupid. Elfest is Cupidus.
No cherubist?
Elfest is also a cherub.
Elfest is cutest?
Not cuter than that Gratch, probably.
Oh my god, does Gretchen Prime have anything to say to that?
Well, I think the elevator door, Bob, as you have thanked them all for the lovely Valentine's Day, you all are pretty close to the elevators at this point. I think you drift close enough to the elevators that the door opens, and Gratchen Prime is in the elevator and clearly has been listening. So the vent cover was a ruse. They're actually in the elevator.
Jeez.
Crawled through the maintenance tube very quickly. Like listening at the door, and
Borcha infest Tamaroos like rats or owls or something.
it's true.
Gratchen Prime is here. Gratchen Prime is standing in the elevator and has what is probably an erotic toy from behind the curtain, but it looks vaguely like a flower. So Gratchen Prime, with some tinged purple hair from the cluster grenades and a little flower, says, "Bob, will you please be my Valentine?"
Bob is blushing to a point where the light is shining so bright from their humps that everyone, like, they're wincing from it. It's just so much. And as Bob supernovas in list,
What is happening?
this one is transcended into a place of eternal ecstasy, bliss, and completion. This one just would be honored. Take my tentacle.
That make Gratchen Prime very happy. Have flower, let's go eat.
Please don't tell anyone about this.
Hannah are weird. Anybody want an egg?
This one will not tell.
Thank you, I'm so happy for you.
I'm gonna pop back over to Elfest and Nadira and Lailisi. What are you guys doing to wrap this up?
While I'm recovering from my wounds, I'm going to unpack my bag and reorganize all the crap that's in it. Just sitting on the floor, all these various obscene things just spill out on the floor, and I'm just going to pack it back up so that it all fits.
Very good.
Lailisi grabs the drone with the baby AI in it and packs it away gently in her backpack. And with a cheerful wave at the others, she leaves to go back to Ilium.
All right, Nadira, what are you doing? And are you taking your Sibian with you?
Yeah, why not? And just trying to recover, and Nadira goes, "Don't call Maven, don't call Maven, don't call Maven."
Poor Tia is just gonna be like, okay, well, goodbye, friends.
You have been listening to I Should Roll, Cupid's Labyrinth, Episode 2, Mecha of Love, featuring the voices of Amanda Cotter as Nadira Tamai, Hans Cummings as Elfest, Maria Damianou as Bobmondian, Lea Lawson as Lailisi Olani, Vlad Renwick as Gratchen Prime, and Kaya Renwick as everyone and everything else. Music and sound effects are used under Creative Commons or royalty-free licenses. For the extended credits, please see the show notes. And for more information, please visit ishouldroll.com. Find us everywhere on social media at ishouldroll. And don't forget to leave us a review. I Should Roll is an Intergalactic Improv Initiative production. This fan podcast is a transformative work and is not affiliated with Electronic Arts or BioWare. Thank you for listening. Have a pleasant day.
Gratchen Prime. This one was unaware of such a gift. Would you like to take a spray of my blurb de flurb? This one also has a magazine of fetid fornax. This one has snacks. We can have a day of it. A week. This one has no concept of time with you.
Gratchen Prime not understand many of these words, but Gratchen Prime look forward to anything with that one Bob, that one Bob.